Hey guys, Demetrios here, doing the video project for our final for Jody's GRI 201. So I just wanted to thank you, Jody, for this class. It's an amazing class. I've learned a ton. And I also think that the video presentation for this class is an amazing way of showing what we have learned. So, a little bit about myself. I am Greek, I am straight, and I'm a male. Out of those three, I think that the most defining part is me being Greek. It's kind of who I am, and kind of the history behind where I came from and where my family came from is a small island of Kefalonia in Greece. My family actually fled the island during World War II when the Germans occupied the island. My family actually came across and settled, but they weren't really accepted. My family was kind of seen as, the outliers. They didn't really know any of the language or cultures over here, so they were kind of on their own. But that didn't define who they were. They were Greeks, and they were going to find a way and make things work. And that's kind of what your class does. It shows and defines who people are, not what people want them to be, but who they actually are and who they want to be. One of the things that defines kind of who I am and who I was came from one of the readings, Masculinity versus Homophobia. I feel like when I was in high school, that was a big portion of who I was playing baseball. And with baseball, the culture of being a top dog and being the best and being a man, like you have to play to a certain level and you're expected to play to a certain level. So that kind of defined who I was. But now I've been out of baseball and it doesn't define me anymore. I've come to realize that there's more to being a man than just being macho and who's got the biggest muscles or that type of stuff. And another thing that from one of the readings, White versus Racism, I didn't want that article to kind of get under my skin, but it did, because I'm Greek, but my skin color is not what you would see as a Greek person, like an olive, like a dark olive color. And what revolves around being white and racist is kind of disgusting and degrading, because that's not who I am. I didn't have anything to affect the civil rights movement or slavery, but I can control the stigmas behind that moving forward into the future, showing that I am a good person and I want there to be a progression of equality and society where everybody loves one another. I actually had my fiance Erica come to class a couple times, and she loved this class. I do too, and I feel like it really shows how important this class can be to people, because it affects people in different ways. She wanted to come because she heard about this class, and when she left, she had a different mindset and she thought in a different way, and so do I. This class made me learn about other people's situations. We all live different lives, and race, gender, ethnicity, all those different components, they can define a person, but this class has shown me that my fellow classmates see the world differently. And it is important to learn from them, because it gives you a perspective of who they are, and not, I'm going to stereotype or put these stigmas on these people, because, you don't know who they are, where they came from. It's all about perspective. So I think that, this class is important for anybody who wants to take it, and I think that it should be required for everybody on campus to take it, because it is so important and so profound, and it really opens up your mind to other people and how other people live their lives, based on race or gender or ethnicity. Sometimes these things do define people like me. I'm Greek, so it defines kind of who I am. But people don't know that because they don't talk to you, and then those stereotypes come up. So this class is so important, and I do appreciate you, Jody, for teaching it. And thanks, guys.